Previously on Miss President.
Jeremiah 31, verse 23, talks about that a woman shall surpass a man. And I think this is coming to pass.
When I was 2 years, I had an accident, and then the plaster was done the wrong way on my right hand. And it's something I've really struggled to deal with as a young girl.
Miss Rashid step forward. And Munjiru Mwangi step forward. We are sorry that the two of you will have to go home.
Betty Adera. Bright Star Kasioka. Caroline Chege. Caroline Ojenge Ogot. Congratulations. You get a chance to carry on in the show. Thank you.
Kathleen Jomba, step forward. Chebet Ruto, step forward. We are sorry to say you have not been nominated to the next level.
So in one glance, this is who's moving to the next level. And who has been eliminated.
Tuliuliza akina mama wa Kenya hii swali moja. Are you willing to take on the highest mantle of leadership, the presidency, and become Miss President? Come along with us on this adventure with these leaders who have left the comfort of their homes, their loved ones, and their workplace to come and compete amongst intelligent, determined, and dare I say, fearless ladies in pursuit of an extremely noble cause.
Over 1,000 applications were received from all over Kenya, and from these, 70 contestants were shortlisted. In the next few shows, there'll be auditions to select a team of 40 women who'll battle it out at the academy. They will then go through a process of training, tasks, challenges, and problem-solving activities, presentations, and finally, eliminations. You can be sure that at every stage of this competition, you will be at the edge of your seat as you attempt to figure out who among all these capable women will emerge on top. Let's meet our esteemed judges for this episode.
I'm Dr. Zipporah Okoth. I'm a lecturer of film and theatre arts at Kenyatta University. I'm also the founder of the Lake International Pan-African Film Festival. I'm a gender consultant and a performing artist. I'm looking for people who are informed, presentable, firm, and have a purpose.
I am Harrison Manga, your judge for today. I work at Media Focus in Africa, where I am programs manager. My area of expertise is in gender mainstreaming. When I look at the contestants that come before us, I am looking for knowledge, I'm looking for coherence, I'm looking for passion, I'm looking for personality.
In this episode, the second group of 18 contestants drawn from the top 70 face the judges for the first time. First attempt at leadership, or you've been in leadership positions before?
This is a first attempt leadership show, but yes, I have been in leadership positions.
What would you say would be your greatest strength, especially that will do you well in this competition?
My mind. I'm pretty confident about that. I have a crazy mind.
I think it's about the experience. Body language yake inaonyesha si ati anataka kushinda, anataka kujua how this experience is, alafu achore sinema. Again, naweza teleza. Akopiro.
What would motivate you to take up the chance to be the president of Kenya?
We have reached a generation where we are now in epigenetics, where we can change the human DNA just through thought. And even then gender will be eradicated, because we are struggling first to just voice ourselves as women. When we can make people understand that we are just humans, even gender will be gone. Questions were not that easy, but there is competition. Every single one of these women are so wonderful.
I'm feeling okay, I'm feeling great, but of course I'm a human being. I'm nervous a little bit, because I'm a human being.
Good.
I would love to be the president of this country today, because things have not been happening the right way. And in Africa, as a woman, most of the time we are vulnerable. If I'm a president today, the only thing that I'll make sure Constitution is implemented at grassroots level and every place in Kenya. My Dress My Choice campaign is just respecting women. Respecting women on what they are putting on. Article 10 talks about values, and one of the values is freedom. So it depends as an individual, but also at the same time, as leaders, we should wear appropriately. It depends with where we are going. If you're going to a swimming pool, you cannot go with a suit. Go with a suit and then remove when you're getting into the swimming pool. Use a bikini. That is understandable. If you're going to hang out, it depends. If you're going for tourism, hike, it depends with where you are walking. But when you're going to the office as a leader, just wear office wear.
Way back in class 5, and everyone was being asked what you wanted to be, and there's the lawyers and the doctors, and I said president,
At age 5?
I was in class 5, I said president, and everyone started laughing, it was like, oh, ni msichana. And so I went home and I told my mom, and she told me she would vote for me, or maybe my family would.
Do you think women should be elected or hired based on their credentials, gender balancing, or their age?
Their credentials, definitely. Yes, because age is just but a number, And I can be young, and there's someone else older than me, but the potential that I have, or the credentials that I have, are much better than hers. And so I will definitely go for the credentials. I am a believer. I believe in change. I believe in women leadership. I believe that once you are intentional about something, that you can achieve it. That nothing is impossible. And once you put your mind to it, you can definitely achieve it.
Dorothy, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Kabisa. You prepared for this, Mami?
Prepared.
Yeah?
Could you take a few moments, Dorothy, and just talk to us about yourself?
In our culture, people don't accept women. Come 2007, the Wazes said that no, we don't want women, and they collaborated with the men. They ganged up, and they ended up killing my son at school in Form 3. They went to the school in a visiting day, and he was given poison. But even before he was poisoned, already I've been warned, leave alone leadership or keep quiet, or we'll start by killing your children. Which even the government, if the government would have helped me at that time, my son wouldn't have been killed. My performance in the audition, I think to me it's 70%. If it goes low, it's 60%. And when you see historical justice is there, and the culture of men being in the front, so we women are still also down on the same. So when I came out as a leader, and especially, you cannot come out as a leader if you don't have a platform. So I'd prefer to come as a counselor on that line.
You're very reserved, you're very quiet, and you sit watching them. I'm assuming studying them.
I am a very good listener. I listen a lot and talk less. But I learned a lot through listening, and that helps me become a very good mobilizer.
There you are.
A strong mobilizer in terms of highlighting issues that affect the marginalized,
yes,
women, and people who feel like they've been put at the periphery.
Okay.
Yeah. I come from a minority group, Rendile community. I'm the only one with a PhD among the boys and the men of girls and men of Rendile community. So I feel like I should pay back and empower the girls, particularly the girls who are not given equal opportunity as boys, to be able to see a role model.
What is your perspective of the role of a leader? And this is leadership in general.
A leader is supposed to have an open door policy, where he is supposed to listen to both critics and those who support, so that he's able to balance the decisions that he makes. And a leader is supposed to be partial. I mean, treating everybody equal. No one is important than the other, be it a woman or a man. All are equal. I am this bold, courageous, and fearless girl, and they call me, the name they used to call me is Iron Lady, the Iron Lady of the Rendiles. And therefore, I think sometimes it sounds negative, but I think for me, it gives me the morale to move on.
What would you say is your greatest strength? What do you think is that one thing that will impress the judges today? The one thing that these other competitors don't have?
I'm strong.
Yeah. Clearly. All right. So you're ready?
Much ready.
Why are you interested in becoming president?
I'm interested because as a nation we are facing a lot of challenges, especially regarding women and also the entire nation. Problems like corruption, social rot, mismanagement of resources, lack of inclusion. I would like to bring all about that. Ladies are not given, the opportunities, like they are not supposed to say anything in front of a man, or they are not supposed to. It's a taboo actually. But I really thank so much my mom. Although she is not as educated as people may think, she helped me through the journey.
This is your time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you confident?
I am confident.
Would you hire the women based on their credentials, based on gender balancing, or because of the age?
Okay, personally I talk from experience. My first employee was a lady. She was 20 and she'd been at home for 2 years. And I went past the credentials because from personal experience, I did not get my degree until 16 years after school. So if everyone judged me on my papers, if everyone judged me on what they thought I could do, then I would not be where I am today. So basically, I think I would look at the qualities of a person, then maybe later look at the papers, because of course knowledge is important and there is a part that it will play. But the reality of the matter is we have so much potential lying out there and we refuse to see it because we judge a person on a piece of paper. I would add this to our girls especially. I'll tell our children, you are very, very important. Let nobody underestimate you or put you down because you are a female.
Have you always been preparing for a position of leadership?
I have always prepared for leadership because I believe that to be a leader you must build your capacity.
True.
You just can't wake up one morning and become the president of the republic.
What criteria do you look at when hiring women? Is it their credentials, gender balancing, or their age?
I'm a director of a garments factory. Most of the people working there for me are ladies because they are keen on detail. I also look at the number of people I'm going to influence if I hire you. So if sometimes you get a lady who says, I have children going to school, I have this and this, mostly it's actually women who present such issues. So we also look at their social economic standing and how we can uplift their families. I've been building my capacity for this for the longest time. I have been building myself to be president since I was a very young girl. So I believe I'm on the right path. Do I think I'm going home today? No, I'm not. I'm not going home today. I'm going to be Kenya's first female president.
What are you banking on for this one?
I believe all will be well. And at the end of the show, there will be either a winner or the loser. In a football game when there is a players,
True.
You either expect to win or to lose. It's just that. But I'm hoping for the best and I believe I'll be the winner. I'm the firstborn of my family in terms of education. Of course, there are many other people who are elder than me. But when it comes to education, I'm the firstborn of my family, which made me to take the leadership so that I can educate my younger brothers and sisters. And currently, I'm working with the county government of Wajir as an assistant administrator in the office of the county government.
What is the role of our president?
According to Chapter 9, Article 132, I believe the president is the head of the state. And also, the president can declare a war with approval of the National Assembly. And also, with the approval of the National Assembly, he can nominate or dismiss the cabinet secretaries. Coming all the way from Wajir and up to here, it wasn't an easy task, but I made it. In this show, Miss President, from where I am today, I managed to get a lot of skills, a lot of knowledge whereby women can stand for themselves and we have the right to move on.
Have you always been interested in leadership?
Yes. I started when I was in first year, and by the time I was growing to fourth year, I also found a network of friends that we could network with and grow each other up.
I assume you're the President of the Republic of Kenya?
Yes.
Give us a 2-minute speech on any topic of your choice.
We have made strides as a country. Farmers can now transport foods to various areas. People living with disabilities can now have access to equal services. People have access to health services, but we don't stop there because people still don't get their resources due to corruption. It's you, Mwananchi, who will help us stop the corruption. Women can do great things. We can do great things to the society, and everyone is a leader. Everyone is a leader in different capacities.
You are watching Miss President. Welcome back to Miss President. Over 1,000 applications were received from all over Kenya, and from these, 70 contestants were shortlisted. In the next few shows, there'll be auditions to select a team of 40 women who'll battle it out at the academy. They will then go through a process of training, tasks, challenges, and problem-solving activities, presentations, and finally, eliminations. You can be sure that at every stage of this competition, you will be at the edge of your seat as you attempt to figure out who among all these capable women will emerge on top.
This is something that I've been looking forward to.
Wow.
And it's a big opportunity for me to even reach greater heights. So yes, I am ready.
So Haron,
Yeah.
please take a few moments and talk to us about yourself.
I have been an active member of my community. I started a social movement called the Kesha Alliance. We basically support girl child education, youth, and mostly youth, to train them against radicalization, and we promote women empowerment. We have created bursaries and sourced for funds for young girls to access education. My leadership qualities, first of all, I am a sociable person, and as a leader, that's something that you should have, to be able to interact with a vast number of people. I am also patient with the work that I do, believing that one day it will make an impact, however small it is. I also have patience that change will come. As a leader, I also am able to address any number of people. That's where the nerves come in sometimes.
I'm learning a lot here because I'm meeting older women. I've never competed against older women. I'm a leader in the community, I'm a leader among the youth, I'm a leader among young women.
I feel it's time that kidogo we change the perspective of how nchi yetu ina run, kwa sababu kivingine pia tumekuwa na itikadi za kuwa mwanamke haezi ongoza na pia mwanamke haezi uzungumza. So for me, I feel we are going to move as a country and also playing part in terms of economical development, and also even building the capacity of just a woman in the household level it would play a very big part in the community and also in society. So for me, I feel me being a Miss President will really help. Even it will also give a chance to the girl in Kilifi to feel that yes, kumbe Jackie made it, so we can also make it.
I'm here because I want the girls in Kilifi County to really see that you can do something about your life, you have a voice, you can speak out, you can make your own decision, that I want to move out of this
I want to move in this situation that I am. It does not matter where I come from. Jackie did it. Jackie was somewhere. Jackie's competing with really competitive women from different counties where they have different opportunities, but she's there.
Irene Mayaka is next. You ready?
Very ready.
She's tall, she's got a beautiful smile, and this is not the first time she's in a position of leadership. What are you?
I'm a nominated county member of County Assembly, Nyamira County Assembly.
See, it's a walk in the park for you. It is a walk in the park.
It should be. It should be.
If we were strong enough to be able to make you president of Kenya today, would you be willing to take up that position?
Absolutely.
Why are you interested, or you would be interested in becoming the president of Kenya?
The reason why I would be interested to become the president of Kenya is because from where I sit and the current presidency that we've had in the past years, not only in Kenya but in most countries, there's a very huge gap between local mwananchi and the leadership. And so for me, the first thing that I would want to do is have a public participation policy, whereby mwananchi, right from the lower level of the ward, they're able to participate in things that directly affect them. Because the only way you would be able to build an agenda that impacts the society is by knowing exactly what affects them directly. I've been able to have girls coming up to me, even those that I've never met, even on social media, people that I just know on social media, and someone comes, when we meet, they come up to me and tell me, I look up to you because of what I do. You make me believe that I can also become a leader. So for me, besides everything else, the legislative work that we do, the oversight work that we do, for me that is the greatest achievement, I would say, that I'm able to make another young girl feel that they can also be in that same position that I am in.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
1,000 people later.
Yeah.
Is it 940 people later?
Yeah.
Here you are.
Yeah.
What would you say is your greatest strength?
My greatest strength is resilience. I don't give up easily. My understanding of leadership and my perspective of a leader is a servant leadership. It's not someone who, as much as you have followers, you lead by example. You lead by example so that people can emulate you and so that people can follow you. So you serve people as a leader. It's an opportunity to serve people, an opportunity to impact lives, an opportunity to find you're serving people and you're impacting lives, but you're also helping them to achieve a certain goal in life. So yeah, for me, it's about servant leadership. I don't know what they're looking for. To be very honest, like the whole of the morning I was preparing, and my mind goes very far. Because during orientation you said this and this, so you can imagine a whole country, a whole lot of things to read. So for me, I read across the board. So you wouldn't know. I'm sure they're looking for other things, body language, and I don't know if I was standing in the right place. I felt like I was being still.
What would you say is your singular strength? One that will impress them inside?
First of all, I do not have selfish ambitions. That's me.
So why would you want to become the president?
One, I don't want to take it the political way. I believe for somebody to become a president, first of all, you have to become a leader before you become a politician. And for a leader, first of all, the very first thing, you have to not be selfishly ambitious. And that's who I am. That's what I stand for. I said what is within my heart. And I think that if anybody dissected my heart and scooped whatever is in there, tried to compare with whatever I said there, they will get it. It will be equivalent because I represent people, and of course, as usual, I say no selfish ambitions.
Mimi ni kiongozi tayari ambaye niko na CBO yangu. Sio in the government, but niko na CBO which has started after the post-election violence ambayo ilikuwa inaleta watu back operation rudi nyumbani.
Well done.
So I started working from there.
Well done.
When I met watu ambao walirudishwa nyumbani, hawakuwa na wazazi, hawakuwa na nini. So I would hear people say, tunaenda kupata wanawake tuoe. So I felt it. So hapo ndivyo nilianza.
So you have 2 minutes to address the nation on any topic of your choice.
I'm happy for this day to have you here, and I want to stress more on children. Children as in, children have a right to live. So what I want to all women to know that they have a right to live, their children have a right to live, no matter whether a girl or a boy. They have a right to get the same things that others do. No matter where you come from, no matter where you go, where you do it, a child has a right, and women should know their right. So being that they should know their right, and this is where they'll support the children also to know their right. My dream has been to work for my community, to help the women who are helpless, to help the orphans who are hopeless now, to bring them to the world that the others are in. The only thing I would want, even the government to hear, is that the chiefs camps should have a lady, because there are some private things that a woman can't tell a man.
I've always been prepared for leadership position because I envisaged at some point I'll be able to lead Kakamega County, and now that I have a presidency at hand, why not? I felt it was worth a try.
Are you already in a position of leadership in Kakamega County?
Yes, I'm an MC in Kakamega County.
It'll be walk in the park for you then.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Clearly.
I would want to become the president of Kenya so as I change life and again bring change to this men-dominated field. Like in Kenya, we've never had a female president. So I'll be so interested to bring this change that my group, the women and even the Kenyans would want to see. What is this change, this peaceful leader that will not bring a lot of enmity and will bring unity in the country? So I feel I actually would want to fit in that position.
Actually, I'm confident that I did well. I did my best. So help me God. The tough question I got was on gender, whereby I'm given a chance to choose between men and women who merit. And I'm supposed to decide, am I going to give more women a chance or more men? I think that was a bit challenging.
My singular strength is where I live and where I come from. For instance, I live in Mombasa and I live in informal settlements where I see a lot of young single women who have lost hope in life. And I just want to motivate and give them inspiration that there's a second chance in life.
Assume you're the president of Kenya.
Yes.
Address your people in 2 minutes on any topic of your choice.
To this day, I want to call upon each and every individual of this nation and our guests to look at Kenya as a basis of a garment of different colors. And as if we put it to be one color, we would have looked ugly. So my legacy would be, as Kenyans, we are supposed to live together and we are supposed to stand together and stay in place and brighten together as a country. Thank you, and may God bless Kenya, may God bless you all. As we start this show, we just want to change the mindset and the perspective of Kenyans that even women can, and in every position we should be given on merit and all the qualifications that we have. So we are not just in this show to joke, we are here as serious women who have also gone to school, who have papers, who are also doing serious work in the community.
Finally, the second set of 18 contestants have all stood in front of the judges. The judges have stepped aside to have a chat and a recap on the day's presentations.
Okay, we're getting closer to that very tense moment, which is really an elimination. Before we do, of course, normally we have a chat with the judges. I'm still trying to see whether I can be lucky today and find out who is going and who's not. Zippy, Harrison, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Your expectations were a little jolted today, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
These guys seem a lot more prepared.
Yeah, I think they were over-prepared. People were overconfident, and they had a lot of ideas in their mind. Okay. I think most of them were speaking more than they should be speaking and a little bit out of the topic. And that was not for 1 or 2 people, quite a number of them.
Nervousness.
Yes, nervousness, thinking that we needed to hear more, and then you end up going overboard.
Yeah, the other interesting thing was a lot of the candidates seemed to be at par.
At par?
At par in terms of the performance.
Okay.
Yeah, so there were a few exceptional cases, but by and large, everyone sort of, was at the same level.
A lot of them also were already in positions of leadership. We had a couple of MCAs, active MCAs, we had a couple of NGO members of the board, and a lot of them had walked this sort of journey before. Did that help
in terms of their presentation, or was that the problem?
No, that one helped. But also, it was notable to find out that a lot of them were also students.
Yes.
And a lot of them were young. And that, I think, is something that should encourage more people. Young girls are already seeing opportunities for leadership.
I mean, there was one outstanding case. At this point, we can't mention names, of course.
I thought I was asking a leading question.
No. And believe it or not, this is a 22-year-old candidate who is doing amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, causes you to ask yourself, what you're doing with your life. Because at 22, amazing things.
How many?
Harrison?
I think the best I can give is they are more than the one that went home last year.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Huh?
That's as far as I'm going to tell you.
So there is one person we can look at.
I wouldn't say one, I wouldn't say 2 or 3, but let's wait and see.
So who is staying and who's not? We'll find out. Stay with us. You are watching Miss President. Welcome back to Miss President. Over 1,000 applications were received from all over Kenya, and from these, 70 contestants were shortlisted. In the next few shows, there'll be auditions to select a team of 40 women who'll battle it out at the academy. They will then go through a process of training, tasks, challenges, and problem-solving activities, presentations, and finally, eliminations. You can be sure that at every stage of this competition, you will be at the edge of your seat as you attempt to figure out who among all these capable women will emerge on top. That time again, that tense moment where we have to bid adieu to some contestants. And some, of course, we will give them that opportunity to move on to the next level. It is a competition, so that's how it is. The judge's decision is final. Yes?
It is final.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, we are ready.
We are ready.
I'm pushing this, I know, yes, okay. Let's have the contestants in, please. Hi, Your Excellencies. I think I'm saying this on behalf of, first, of course, your family and friends, of course, on behalf of the judges and the team, that you are, of course, winners. This is a difficult one. It's a difficult journey. Yeah, from 1,000 people to this, it takes courage, it takes guts, it takes leadership, and you've more than enough showed us that. But like I said, it is a competition, and some have we've got to give a hug goodbye, and some we've got to say congratulations, we're going to move forward. Okay? But you're prepared for this? Let me hand you over to the judges.
Hi, Your Excellency.
Hi.
Yeah. Congratulations. You're going to make it to the next level. Thank you very much.
All of you have made it.
Oh, that was... I didn't know.
The butterflies have flown.
No, when they called the 6 names, I was like, these are some of the best people. Yeah, it's going.
Oh, this is not a prank.
Guys, no, we're out. No, it's not. It's going to get tougher.
Bring it on.
Because I've noticed this camaraderie with all of you, it's not about individual, it's about all of us. Are you sure you can maintain this?
We want it so bad.
Now let's meet the next set of contestants.
From where you've come from the first day of auditions to where you are now, guts, determination, leadership, those are the qualities you've exhibited in this competition. But like I said, it is a competition. The judges' call is final. There are some who will say, God bless you. There are some who will say, God bless you and continue. With that, let me hand you over to the judges.
Hi, Your Excellencies. Yes, I just would like to underscore the fact that you're all winners. You have done well. You have come from far. And so whatever decision that we have made regarding your participation in the show, it is simply because this is a competition and some people have to stay on while others have to say goodbye for now. So I just would like you to remember that even as you take in the decision that we have made. So I'm going to call out names, and if you hear a name, could you kindly step forward? Diamond? Halima? Oh yes, Halima Garat Osman. Yes. Dorothy Cherop Vikis? Edita Ache? Thank you. You're safe for now. You will be able to make it to the next level of this competition. Congratulations. Thank you.
Did any one of you here mulikona doubt ya kwamba
Yeah, me. I don't know. I was just feeling, because they're all so smart. So yeah.
I was so tensed. I was not sure of myself because in a competition, really it became so tough.
Did you doubt yourself?
I didn't doubt myself. But all the same, we are many, and I thought maybe there was somebody also better than me.
Now let's meet the next set of contestants.
Your Excellencies, 1,000 people to this is quite a feat. So let me just say congratulations. You are all winners, okay? But it's a competition and the judge's decision is final. So with that, let me hand you over to the judges.
Hello.
Hi.
I'd like to say the competition today was very stiff. And you guys are lucky to be here because you made it to this level out of the over 1,000 competitors. And we believe in you as nominees. We are sorry to say that you are going home. But we want you to believe that you can still be change makers in your communities, and you're still going to promote Miss President wherever you are, and you will still champion the change. You never know what this opportunity may have brought, but for today, some people had to go home and some people had to remain, and all the 6 of you will go home for this particular moment.
Thank you.
For some, there's joy, celebration, and a hefty dose of appreciation as they advance in the competition. For others, it's a somber moment, but still full of insights they can take from the judges.
We called you back because we want you to understand why you are leaving the academy. It is not because you're any less leaders, but it's because some people had to go.
One of the areas that a good number of you could definitely improve on is just in how you present yourself, in terms of how you are speaking. I think maybe part of it could have been the nerves because of the stage, the lights and the tension that is on you. But you see, to be in leadership, that is something that you will always be called upon to do. You will always need to be able to stand and speak to people and be the center of attention. Some of you also, you are quite new to this whole leadership space, in terms of when you are telling us your stories and introducing yourself, you could tell that you're new to this. So you may just need to take a bit more time to acquaint yourself with this space.
Some of you are very audible. We can hear your voice, but you are not opening your lungs enough for us to hear your words. You're not articulating every word clearly. So we have people who are talking with clenched teeth, and so it's very hard for a leader to speak the way I'm trying to speak right now. So it's very important that as a leader, you open your mouth when speaking so that the words come out. It gives you more authority. And then also body language. When you stand there, there's the nonverbal. When people look at you, even before they listen to what you're saying, your body language can tell them whether you are ready to talk to them, you're ready to lead them or not. But even for those who have got experience, there were some questions that we expected because of your experience, you need to give us more. But one thing we are proud of is that we have seen women who are doing quite a lot of things. I've seen Chapel Festival, I think, on Facebook. Yeah, and I was glad at least to see the face behind it. And these are some of the initiatives we look at. It's not about being at the top, it's about starting with what you have in your different communities. And that is something very beautiful. We really wish you the best in the next campaign so that you go out, give your all to the people, and you never know. People can always read in between the lines, and they can always tell when you're holding back something.
Actually, I feel I've lost. I know my family expected a lot from me. Possibly I could have let them down. But it's a game, and there's a loser and a winner.
I did my best, and I'm happy. I am grateful to God to have come this far. I'm grateful to my family for the support, and to the contestants. It's just for them to keep going, keep doing your best, and for whatever happens, we're all winners in one way or another.
I feel this is a milestone for me, being in the top 70 out of 1,000 contestants who are contesting for this show. And I feel this is a good experience that will take me far.
I'm disappointed, not with the judges, with me. Why didn't Jacqueline say that she's even in charge of a region in Kenya? Why didn't you say that you started something in campus and it's thriving and even other people have started picking it up? I know I've let down so very many people, especially people who are watching me.
I feel some kind of relief because there was a lot of tension. Now that they told me what I need to work on, what I need to improve on, and what I did wrong. So it's time for me to let go and to move on.
I didn't expect that. That is for real. Because I had more expectations. I thought I could go at least for a week because I wanted to learn more. So it's that, but I'm not against it because in every competition there must be a loser.
And I feel like I have lost the race. Yeah, I have lost the race because I have, I have my friends, my family, people outside there, my fellow women who are looking so much up to me that I'm going to make it, I'm going to represent them well. But it didn't turn out to be what they were expecting and what I was expecting as well. You get? So it's a bit of conflict. I feel like I have failed them.
After a day of anxiety, expectations of going through the first stage, and the disappointment of going home too early in the competition, a mixture of questions, curiosity of what might have been, tears, and comforting hugs filled the evening.
Ooh, crazy about the episode, exciting. The group of ladies, I know they did very well, but it's a competition, so they have to go home and continue on their individual paths of leadership. Like, for those that remain, the pool of competition gets smaller and the effort they have to put in gets bigger, suffer. Si mchezo bana. If you want to encourage someone, or maybe you want to share your opinion, or you want to give your predictions, tweet us on @media_focus. Facebook ni @mediafocus on Africa, na Instagram or IG @mediafocus on Africa. From the founder of Greenbelt Movement, Kenyan environmentalist, political activist, and Nobel laureate Wangari Maathai, I'm very conscious of the fact that you cannot do it alone. It's teamwork. When you do it alone, you run the risk that when you are no longer there, nobody else will do it. So, as you say goodbye to the contestants, na wewe pia tunasema goodbye lakini ni mpaka next episode. Sawa? So until next week, the motivation, the passion, and the wonders on the journey to the top continue with the next episode of Miss President.